take it further still by giving machines the power to generate wholly synthetic media. This will have huge implications on how we produce content, communicate, and interpret the world. This technology is still nascent, but in a few years' time, anyone with a smartphone will be able to produce Hollywood-level special effects at next to no cost, with minimum skill or effort. While this will have many positive applications, movies and computer games are going to become ever more spectacular. It will also be used as a weapon. When used maliciously as disinformation or when used as misinformation, a piece of synthetic media is called a deepfake. This is my definition of the word. Because this field is still so new, there is no consensus on the taxonomy. However, because there are positive as well as negative use cases for synthetic media, I define a deepfake specifically as any synthetic media that is used for mis- and disinformation purposes. The Obama YouTube video was produced by the Hollywood director Jordan Peele and BuzzFeed and was intended to be educational, to serve as a warning for these potential negative use cases of synthetic media. As Obama goes on to say, "Moving forward, we need to be more vigilant with what we trust on the internet. It may sound basic, but how we move forward in the age of information is going to be the difference between whether we survive or if we become some fucked up dystopia." Unfortunately, we are already in the fucked up dystopia. In the age of information, our information ecosystem has become polluted and dangerous. We are now facing a monumental and unprecedented crisis of mis- and disinformation. In order to analyse and discuss this problem, I needed to find a word to adequately describe this fucked up information environment that we all now exist in. I settled on Infocalypse. For the purposes of this book, I define the Infocalypse as the increasingly dangerous and untrustworthy information ecosystem within which most humans now live. The word Infocalypse was coined by the US technologist Aviv Ovadia in 2016 when he used it to warn about how bad information was overwhelming society and asking whether there is a critical threshold at which society will no longer be able to cope. Ovadia used the term in relation to a collection of ideas, without settling on a single definition. However, as he correctly noted, the Infocalypse is not a static thing or one-off event, but rather an ever-evolving state of affairs in which we all increasingly exist. It is my contention that the Infocalypse is evolving into an ever more potent phenomenon with dangerous implications for everything from geopolitics to our individual lives. It is difficult to pinpoint exactly when the Infocalypse came into being or to what extent it has taken hold, but it can certainly be linked to the exponential technological advances of the early part of this century. Before the turn of the millennium, our information environment evolved at a slower pace, one which gave society more time to adjust to technological advances. There were 4 centuries between the invention of the printing press and the development of photography, for example. But in the last 3 decades, the internet, the smartphone, and social media have transformed our information environment. By 2023, approximately 2/3 of the world, 5.3 billion people, will be plugged into this rapidly evolving information environment. The other third will soon join in. Video has emerged as the most powerful medium of communication in this ecosystem. This rapid rate of change has made our information ecosystem ripe for exploitation. Increasingly, bad actors, ranging from nation-states to lone influencers, are using this new set of circumstances to spread disinformation, or information that is meant to mislead, for their own nefarious purposes. Another side effect of this quickly evolving information environment is the spread of misinformation. Unlike disinformation, which is meant to